you fucking mega mole. You fucking mole. Alright, you fucking mole. Fuck.
And then she hit it. What?
Incorrect. Where's the manager? I demand to speak to the manager.
Oh, yeah. I've been waiting for so long for this game.
This
I'm
is,
so excited.
Smash Warner Brothers.
Yeah. So this game's been in development for 3 years. So now it's a platform fighter.
Mm-hmm.
Unlike Smash Brothers, there's no items. It's character based.
That's nice.
Every character has their own sort of specific traits and passives and stuff like that. And we'll get into more of that later.
That's nice.
But so when platform fighters, you got Smash Brothers, obviously hugely successful because it smashed all these Nintendo characters and properties, beloved things together in a pseudo-esque fighting game style.
A squabbling
arena.
game.
And that was huge. There's been a few I feel it's been a very uncapitalized sort of area for a very long time.
Surprisingly, yeah. I mean, I think it was one of those situations where, you know, a big part of, or a big pile of like the Smash success was pre-esports. You know, so like there were competitions and stuff, but I mean, A, Nintendo actively resisted that. And, you know, B, it was pre all the fucking big money getting into esports. Now, you know, there's big money in it, at least nominally, so every company is kind of like, all right, let's see what's being used. I mean, there are a few on the PC, like I've seen a bunch of them on Steam.
There's a bunch on PC, yeah. The most,
I mean, I don't like the gameplay style,
most
so I've
prolific
never
one's probably Brawlhalla, which is, I think it's an Ubisoft one. It's been going for a while.
But I mean, it really helps
Then
in these
you had
things if
the
you've got a big pile of
Nickelodeon
recognizable
version.
Did that wind up
and-
having the voice packs?
No.
Fuck me. Knew
No,
it.
it's because, and that's the problem is Nickelodeon licensed out all these products really cheap. It's
Yeah.
like it's licenses and shit.
Does Warner Brothers own
And-
Nickelodeon?
No, I don't think so.
Nickelodeon under Cartoon Network, or is
No,
Cartoon Network
Nickelodeon
under...
is under Paramount. Yes, it is under Paramount. So
Those weird
it-
fucking dukedoms and
it just
fiefdoms.
sucked because the music was subpar. The characters had no voices and no personality.
It's
Um,
like,
so you get a game like this, right?
yeah.
So this is going to be free to play. It does that thing where it's like, here's like 1 or 2 characters, and then, you know, you can either spend money to unlock the others, or you can grind the
So there's
currency.
a free-to-play version, or you can spend like okay. So if I just wanted to buy the whole game, like it'd be like $80 or something, right? Like, it'd
So
be like a
you can
regular-
the starting price is $60,
Right.
and that includes 15 character unlocks.
Right.
And at the moment, there's however many characters. There's like 12, right? So that's the equivalent of the launch game, right?
Right.
It gives you like enough freemium currency to buy the like battle pass, which unlocks
Shaggy and Batman.
Shag. Dude, it's even better. It's Uncle Shagworthy.
Shaggy
Now the
variants.
best. So I want to talk very quickly about something that before we get into all the, dude.
Someone wrote that, and I bet they just the light on their face would have, you know, been enough to start a universe like that. And you know that you'd be able to get that into the cartoon too, and nobody would like yell at you.
Now, this is gonna make a bajillion.
Uncle Shagworthy.
This is gonna make $1 billion because it does something very well. It's had a lot of time, effort, money put into it by people who very much care. So the end product you've got is a super polished,
Squabbling game.
kind of balanced game.
I mean, look, let's not pretend that balance is that important.
It's
for these things.
it is very for this game because its whole cycle lives about online and playing other people. There's no single player or anything like
Oh, yeah,
that.
but, I mean, we're not talking about
So-
like, you know.
The characters are designed around 2v2.
Huh.
So, in unlike other games where every character just has a move that, you know, benefits them mostly, these characters have a move that's kind of a defensive move. For example, Wonder Woman will dash to her ally and shield them. That's one of her moves. And moves have cooldowns, which
Being built around teamwork is interesting.
it's very
It's at
cool.
least novel.
Now, the biggest part about this is the game looks brilliant. The animations are all unique, different. The costumes, the extras you can get for your
Uncle
character
Shagworthy.
are all lovingly
I'm guessing Uncle
crafted.
Shagworthy's got like a different accent.
And the voice,
Shit.
yes, and that's the whole point, and that's what I'm getting to is
Voice packs and
exactly
effort,
like the effort for your dollar, because
shit that you
all the
like,
characters
you know?
interact. You
Yeah.
know, my favorite character from Steven Universe, Garnet, when she fights Superman and she knocks him out, she's like, "I'm sorry, Kryptonian." Like they have like different interactions with each other,
Which is the fun of having the license. You know?
And so, what does Warner Brothers own?
Yeah, I think that's been the fun part for me is like,
Because
oh,
Gandalf's
yeah,
going to be in this.
I know that, yeah.
Arya Stark's in this.
You forget like just how many weird subdivisions, like just
You
how
bet
much shit
your
has the
ass
Warner Brothers thing at the
Ed
start.
Boon is going to get Scorpion into this game.
Oh, fuck yeah, that's right. Yeah, no, that's Scorpion's gonna be in this 100%.
Yeah. And the thing is, like, they take a character, they take character traits and, you know, they amplify those. So, for example, Superman breathes ice. There's a character that lights fire. Superman's ice cancels out fire.
See, properties is
So
something I've come to really enjoy in a game. Like
They've had elements, you know.
Yeah.
Harley Quinn, instead of having, you know, straight out guns, she has a pop gun and it puts confetti on them. And once it hits 5 stacks of confetti, they ignite.
I like that guns are bad, but like confetti that immolates you is okay. I always enjoy this shit because like particularly the Americans are real fucking nuts for it. Like Australia's a bit odd with some things, like, you know, positive depictions of drug use they're always narky about. Certain forms like sexual violence they're very narky about, like anything that can be considered close to that even. But like, you know, with the States you could have like 1 fuck or 5 shits, as though 5 shits just accumulates and then poof, you have a fuck. You know? Fucking
I like to think
Velma's in there.
I like to think of them as monopoly houses.
Yeah. Like, and that's the way they treat those. And that's fucking insane. Because I'd get that shit from, like, the subhuman Americans who'd complain when games would get banned here, and they're like, oh, lol, your country. And it's like, dude, they don't let swears on TV in your stupid place. I'm glad they've got Ultra Shaggy.
Yeah, so, they've got Shaggy, who's a bruiser, hybrid. Then they've got, every character has kind of their role.
Yeah.
And then where the sort of space they like to operate in. So Batman's more of a verticality character. He's a bruiser. Taz is a bruiser, horizontal. Garnet is a bruiser, horizontal. We got Jake, who's a bruiser. He's a hybrid. Finn, who's an assassin. So assassins do more damage, but they take more damage. It's kind of the Akuma sort of situation.
Oh, glass cannon.
Arya Stark, assassin. Harley Quinn is an assassin. Wonder Woman's a tank. So she generally takes more damage, you know, is the focal point of battles, that sort of stuff. Superman's also a tank. The Iron Giant is one of the most fun characters I've ever played in a fighting game ever.
Is he actually giant?
Yeah, he's bigger.
That's good.
Steven's a support character. Rain Dog, who's it's
Rain
an
Dog
original
is.
character for the game. Velma is a support.
Velma being like,
and then you got mages.
It's like, all right, I don't think, you know, when I think Scooby-Doo, I don't think of fucking Shaggy as being, you know, an expert combatant. But of the Scooby-Doo characters who I think would be good in a fight, Velma's at the bottom of that. Because it's Velma.
Now, the move list for this game is very, very good because it tells you, A, what the attack is, what it does in length, and then it tells you if it changes in the air or not, which is very big. So her neutral supportive words, she shouts a bubble projectile that seeks out her ally. If the bubble hits any fighter, ally, or enemy, they become targeted and additional bubbles lock onto the location. Allies who become targeted will also briefly gain hastened. Now, there's also an encyclopedia that tells you what each status effect does, etc. So, yeah, Velma's essentially... And then they've got the passives, which are great. Snooping. During the match, evidence will appear and some of Velma's moves will spawn evidence. Velma and her ally can pick up evidence to fill up her evidence meter. When the meter's full, Velma can call a police car. The police car will seek out the nearest enemy, disable them, and attempt to drive off the map. And it was a struggle to escape the police car. That's what that was last night. I was playing and that happened. I was so confused.
Remember, teens, struggle to escape the police car.
Yeah, so each character has their which button's which on this? Yeah, so their standard attack is a is a neutral, and then you've got forward, which is usually a combo attack.
Alright, so that is saying sass. And I'm not
Jinkies and stuff. Down can usually be charged, same with up. And then you've got your specials, which are neutral.
These games really benefited from people just coming to the conclusion that any old fucking thing can be an attack.
I like that her head gets bigger and she gets cooldown reduction.
The cooldown's interesting.
So yeah, see the bottom?
Yeah.
So I can't use that move. So yeah, there's different. That's like putting a freeze effect on. Yeah, like it's a very cool game so far. I'm really enjoying it. Also, Beach Giant.
Beach Giant. Oh, sweet. Like I didn't think he was gonna be that big. Like I didn't think they'd make him like, you know, maybe full-size Galactus or something. But I mean, that is a lot bigger than I thought they were gonna go with for this. Kick.
I love him bashing cars. Now, as your ally takes like damage and stuff, like he's actually a really interesting character. So he can't double jump, but he's got to fly. So you hold he's like Kirby, essentially. So you hold his jump and he flies. Once he takes enough damage or his allies take enough damage, he can go into rage mode and he gets like all these little projectiles around him and stuff. And I found out playing with him last night, you can jump in him and pilot him and like shoot some extra attacks and stuff. And so like, it's just...
It is like, this is really, you know, a great way of demonstrating the difference between like a game that's had any effort put into it versus one that's a caching.
Yes, because...
And like this spans more than this genre of game.
Because like the big thing about
Extra
this game
details.
is the monetization is aggressive because it is, again, free to play and it's going to make all the money in the world because it respects the properties very hard.
Like I'm not going to buy a Shaggy costume if it's just a costume, but if I get Uncle Shagworthy and like a different voice pack, you know, suddenly there's like some fucking meaning to that.
Like, you know, like things
well, it's
like,
a little bit like fucking, you know, what you were showing me with, what's that other one the youth enjoy? Fucking Fortnite.
Yeah.
Where like all the dumb stuff that you could get that's pointless and stupid does stuff.
Yeah.
Like you get a little Scooty train or whatever and it's dumb. All right.
Gold!
But like, if you get on the little train, other people can join your train.
Yeah.
And like it's silly, but it's a function, you know. It's always, and like the, you know, the expansion of like properties. I've noticed there was a few you know, Metroidvanias I've been playing recently, and one of them's just shamelessly all cute anime girls. Like a few of them are, but this one was like, it felt like it was made by one guy, but it was still really, really good. You know, there's one of the situations where I talk about where, you know, years ago, man, I did fucking killed to get like a game that fucking good, and this is like an average game these days. But like, you know, it was kind of more in the Souls-like as well. So like, you know, all the enemies were kind of tough, etc., etc. But like, there were all these like things like water and oil and fluids, and these could interact with poisons and fire and stuff like that. And fuck, that added so much to the game. Because you go into a room and there's like a bunch of things and you can like hit a fucking lamp. And this shit could happen accidentally if you were fighting. You'd knock a lamp, it's like, uh-oh, and you have to get the fuck out because like there's some fucking thing that vomits fire and the room is about to be fire. And it makes for that kind of emergent gameplay where you don't have to like code everything in. You don't have to be lazy with your fucking roguelike, but you can still create kind of like those, you know, more genuine moments of action.
Yeah.
That just adds so much to any kind of basic sort of point.
Because like they lean hard into everything. Like, you know, in Smash Brothers, when you get killed usually, and there's the big streak across, you know, they're visual. You know, you've got That's All Folks. You've got, you know, Darkseid's Omega Beams. You've got Steven Universe, you know, stuff. You've got fucking Spike from Looney Tunes. You know, fucking Adventure Time, whatever the fuck that is. That, like, you know,
is that
the bat
fucking
symbol.
Wait a minute, because
Space Kook?
Oh wait, no, that's the actual thing from Scooby-Doo. I thought that was the thing from Venture Brothers. And then I had to like fucking navigate the labyrinth to remember who owns Venture Brothers.
You know, and
Which
then
I think is nobody at the
and
moment.
then
I don't know what the fuck's
even
going on with
further, you know, you can get an announcer, your favorite
that.
character.
Yeah.
They
They've
can do
done
the
that in a few
announcements of
fighting.
things.
They do that in what's that fucking weeby thing that has like all the games come with a 45-minute fucking anime you can watch. It's technically the story mode.
Huh?
Guilty Gear, yeah, that's it. Like they had one of those that I thought was funny because there's that, you know, the little girl with the fucking dolphin,
Mm.
and one of the characters in it is called Elfelt, which, to be fair, is like if you came up with a name to fuck with the Japanese trying to pronounce. And so the little Japanese pirate girl will go, yep, ah! And that's the announce for that character's name, is like getting angry at fucking having to try and pronounce it. Alright, so do you, like, is the team mode thing optional, or are you just gonna get paired with, like, alright.
Oh, fuck yes! I'm so excited for this.
God, I hope this is the brutal and unfair shellacking I feel like it should be.
So you get perks as well. So your team receives 10% faster dodge and vulnerability, 20% faster if your ally also selects, which he did. Also, I've worked out if your opponent, your guy on your team's really high level and they choose first, you can pick their perks too. So I just stack all their perks usually.
Oh, good plan.
It's fucking so strong. Netcode's really good as well. Like, Smash Brothers is nearly unplayable, like online.
It's nice seeing one of these games built by a company that wants you to play it online competitively. Yeah, pay attention. You have, like, Shaggy and the Tasmanian Devil to beat in a fight with two things that are actually colossal robot fight monsters. Like... Oh, that's good. So yeah, the little jet boots he's got recognize the fact that he weighs a ton and take a second to fucking, you know.
Protect friends! See, now I'm like... Oh, shit.
Why'd you go down there?
See, he just got in me. See, the
That's
things
weird,
came
yeah.
out. That's so fucking
Alright,
sick.
do stuff. Alright, there was a green ball. I'm not sure what that's about.
That you don't want to go in that. It's like a... I think that's like Rick's portal. Yeah, there is,
Hearing Shaggy's cry of pain is a nice touch of my day.
Dude, because like... Oh, shit. In the training mode, they have the Meeseeks. So, like... And apparently Rick's been data mined as a character. So they're gonna have Rick and Morty stuff in it, which is pretty rad.
That's good.
And that's what I mean, like... So far we've got Cartoon Network, pretty much seems to be Warner Brothers. I'm not too sure. You should look that up.
Yeah, I swear we did this last time and we're fucking... I mean, I think you might be right about Paramount, because I always forget Paramount exists.
Oh no, I know I'm right about Paramount, because I got Paramount Plus, and that's got all the Nickelodeon stuff on it. Oh yes. Also, so the way the game's balanced, you saw, so if you use the same attack, like let's just say you're spamming Hadoken over and over and over, it will start saying attack decay, which you starts doing less damage, less knockback, all that sort of stuff. So you've got to keep your moveset varied, otherwise it starts punishing you.
It's fascinating how much this game's gone out of its way to, like, fix common complaints.
Right.
But also, you know that it's not, like, I'm really looking forward to the creativity in people trying to find up ways to complain. You know?
100%.
Like, because they still will. Like, it'll be like, oh, you're spamming. And it's like, no, the game literally has an anti-spam system. Like...
Yeah.
Like, it apparently has several anti-spam systems.
No. Iron Jack. Yes. Come on. You can do it. I believe. Jesus. No.
Look at that. Yeah, fucking.
Having two
Like
Iron
ironic
Giants is not optimal. Because they're both, they take lots of hits and stuff and they're slow. So you generally want someone who can like, is a little bit faster and buff them and stuff like that.
I feel like maybe also like, I mean, how much each of you know what.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Really
I don't know what the fuck I'm doing with Iron Giant.
Yeah. I got that sense.
Like, because it's
looking at you just chucking out drop kicks.
It's really
shit.
fucking hard. I'll play
Alright.
play the character I usually play.
You have selected me. I knew that was coming.
What the fuck's a Garnet?
She's from Steven Universe.
I gathered that much.
So she's a fusion between two other characters.
Okay.
Where the gems fuse.
Alright.
She's a fusion between a ruby and a sapphire.
Does that like eliminate the ruby and the sapphire? Does her existence like?
No, she essentially becomes another person.
Oh yeah, no, that's what I mean though. Like
No, so when they can break apart and become their separate
Right.
forms again.
But in doing so, Garnet dies.
Essentially, yeah, she kind of goes away for a bit.
I'm not allowing you to break up anymore. Every time you do, it hurts.
Oh, it's
I
all
see
just
the void.
Superman. You shouldn't swap in on the win. That's just bad sportsmanship. That's just what I do. I'll play if I win, I'll play the same character.
Isn't that the rules? That's tournament rules.
I love the little loady things, and those are actually the emotes you can get for your characters. And it's so fucking funny because Garnet's one is riding in this little car, which is actually another gem who can morph into other forms. Oh shit, it's the Batcave.
And so that's how the gay space rock show rolls.
So see how I've got to put a star on him?
She's
got the big blue star above the giant's head.
Oh yeah, okay. I was looking on the model.
That's my like defensive move is I put down a star, and if my opponent, if my friend gets knocked back, I jump to him and refresh his like jumps and stuff.
Oh, okay, so they can get back on the fucking...
It also, if there's an enemy in the path, I grab them and like throw them.
It's interesting that the same thing that does, you know, a heal help thing for, you know, friends as opposed to just being like, you know, this is a damage one, so it has to hit, you know, your enemy.
So Garnet also has a singing power up.
Okay.
And on the first level, we get attack speed up. On the second level, standard attacks break armor for one hit. There are armored moves.
There'd wanna be, like, I'd noticed some of that
So-
with Iron Giant being like...
Yeah, like this
falling on your ass is...
this move here, that's armor. But if I like change it to be like up on the end or something, it's not armor.
Shaggy powered himself up for nothing.
Luckers.
Visually, this is just a lot of...
Oh yeah.
A lot of data for me to be trying to process.
That's why like I'm very glad its online mode works very well, so like I don't have to make you play it because that would just not be a fun experience for anyone.
I mean, it might wind up like the Marvel vs. Capcom situation where I don't know how to play it, but I know how to play against you.
100%.
So I'd just be like somehow getting the Iron Giant sit down to like hit you in the middle of frames and things and just like, look, you know, I've known you for like 13 years. I know you're gonna do your fucking gay rock song right now. And I don't know how this game works, but I know that fucking Big Metal Man Fall Down beats your fucking, you know, fusion ability. I feel like the fucking, you know, splitting apart and coming back together could have been a thing with like, you know.
See, now I'm in him.
Okay. How do you do that? Oh, okay.
Oh, no, he died.
It's good that that didn't kill you. I mean, I feel like it should have.
Oh, no.
You just
fuck off, Superman, cunt.
I mean, dude, I was looking at this situation where it's just like, you're just drifting down to this Superman, like, winding up the one thing that Superman knows what to do, which is, yeah, the fucking Captain Kirk haymaker. It's like, Superman, you might, you know, if you took, like, one karate, like, just hang out with Batman a little bit more often, you know, I know you don't have to, but every now and then something shows up, and they kick your ass because they're about as strong as you, but also they've, like, you you know, thought for 5 seconds about like how a punch might work.
Like, it changes his whole demeanor, everything, you know, his animations, his voice lines.
I can't get past what a fantastic pedophile named Uncle Shagworthy is, and how that will have completely innocently been put into this, you know, this property. I mean, I'm not gonna ask what that's. I'm assuming it's one of the fucking movies or something. You know, the animated films.
Oh, this one?
No, the Uncle Shagworthy.
Oh.
I'm still talking about Uncle Shagworthy. I don't give a flying fuck about I know what Batman's from. No, if I see Batman in a different outfit, I'm just like, oh yeah, it's Batman. Like if it were the Batman of Zur-En-Arrh, then alright, that's kind of interesting. Which I also, you know,
I really want them to put an Adam West costume in.
I mean,
who owns the rights to his voice, though?
I know, that's exactly what I was just thinking, because he's dead, but there is a lot of fucking... I figure, like, all the, you know, Warner Brothers would own all the 60s series, you know, shows, and their accompanying material. I mean, they probably aren't allowed to, like, I don't know, use some kind of artificial intelligence to generate new voice lines, but I also don't think you probably wouldn't need to, you know? I mean... What was that, 3 seasons, 4 seasons? I mean, there's enough of fucking Adam West Batman saying weird shit to populate one of these games.
100%. Wait, fuck off!
I mean, look.
The game's been out for a day and this motherfucker's been grinding Batman. He knows what he's doing.
I mean, also, you know, like, it's the me and 20 years of neutral thing. That person probably has, like, 20 years of squabbling games. You know? Like, you don't play Smash-style games much.
Yeah, but like, I'm just saying, like, compared to yesterday, people seem to start to know what the fuck I'm doing today compared to yesterday when I was beating the shit out of everyone.
Yeah, but you know, there's lab monsters and shit. You know, like it's just gonna happen.
Where did I
like,
go just now?
I think fucking Jake Acher.
Fucking sure you can.
Doesn't he turn into like a fucking suit if you
sure
fucking...
you can.
Of course. Yeah, Shaggy's just got like fucking DP and like fucking Liu Kang's fucking kick.
Sandwich.
I mean, really, yeah. See that this is a person that's a person
really
who plays.
good.
Well, that's a person who plays squabbling games.
Yeah.
Which I think is enough these days to get you put on like a watch list.
I think, yeah, he's probably the best player I've like seen from playing.
There was
against.
visible strategy. Like he'd do the uppercut and then like more fisticuffs, and then he'd pull out the fucking, you know, grappling hook and track you with it. And it was it was just like, oh yeah, look out. Someone who, you know, so you know, that's the thing that ruins games is like going up against people who know how to play them. I find that's just really a way to kill the way to kill the enjoyment. You know, I want to come in here and I want to like beat a bunch of children. I'll walk away feeling good.
I don't have a password. From what?
God only knows.
I didn't order anything. Alright, Sphinxen. Your name sounds like Sphincter.
I love sort of approaching this with the same kind of, it's like, alright, got someone called Sphinxen who's playing as Jake. Does that mean they're going to be really good and know what they're doing, or, you know, they're just going to stop playing? Oh, there is 1v1, okay.
Yeah, there's 1v1, 2v2, and free for all.
What are the, like, is... Okay, so I suppose that's probably why all those things also have enemy functions, is because there are the full free-for-alls. You're not trying to help anybody.
Correct. Because, like, the star that you put down, that you can zoom to, like, it stays on wherever you put it down unless an ally picks it up.
Right. Okay, right. Tom and Jerry giving me some real Chang Choi vibes.
Fucking, I love the, like, again, Warner Brothers. What the fuck do they own? They're going to own so much.
They own Universal?
Maybe? how do I play? What am I doing? Oh, it's like the character.
I'm not the fucking, you know,
You're the Pope of it.
the Pope of it.
Like,
Yeah, you click a few things and then I'm just there. It's like, yeah, I was like, huh?
you know, they own the Matrix.
Oh, that's right.
Neo will be in it. Yeah, Animaniacs.
The fucking Animaniacs fit. I like the Animaniacs. I mean, they're a very meta parody, you know, team as it is.
Playing with Sensei spaghetti. Okay. Oh, Sensei. I don't know why I said Sensei.
Because you're retarded. It is kind of a bummer, like, that there's not gonna be, like, Nickelodeon characters in there. And that Nickelodeon characters are stuck in their shitty game for jerks that doesn't have any effort put into it.
Exactly.
You know? Nickelodeon's got fuck tons of great characters. Although I suppose there is, I mean, I'm assuming the Powerpuff Girls are gonna show up at some point. I'd like to see Johnny Bravo just because, you know.
Johnny Bravo apparently was data mine at some point.
Hell yeah.
So it's likely.
Because Johnny Bravo is a personal favorite for a lot of reasons. Some, you know, more obvious than others.
That's all of truth.
But, like, just the idea, like, because I always go on about, you know, just kids shows being, they just appear to be, you know, you can just say words. You could effectively go into a cartoon studio and have a stroke and, you know, no one's gonna say that's, like, inappropriate or something. You can just say shit. And, like, I feel like Johnny Bravo really just emphasizes that. Because, like, no part of, like, weird, horny adult who lives with his mum and is constantly trying and failing to hit on women strikes me as a fucking cartoon appropriate for, you know, a Cartoon Network audience, you know?
100%. See, so I ran to him and gave him, like, an armor in one hit.
Alright, yep.
And then I've got the lasso.
You've got to watch out. Is there a block in this?
No, there's a dodge.
Okay, well, you're gonna have to learn how to use that.
No, I've been
Iron
using
Giant's
that.
bum keeps...
It's just, the problem is it's like a vortex attack. So once it hits you, you're kind of in it.
I realize you get your sandwich, like, just out of the dirt.
Yeah, he gets a giant powered-up sandwich. It's so good.
I mean, there was a time where that was just a dumb giant sandwich, but you just get those in places now. Although I mean, look, part of me does appreciate, like, I like seeing novelty food occasionally, you know, where it's just like, oh yeah, look, it's the world's biggest burger, and you're like, oh, okay. But I also, you know, as someone who enjoys mostly eating food, my first thought is that's just impossible to eat. And at a certain, like, some foods, I feel for it to be meaningful in, you know, a novelty food sense, it still has to be eaten as though you were eating the food. You know, if I've just got to eat it with, like, a knife and a fork, that's anything, you know? A burger that I've got on a plate that I have to, like, cut up with a fucking knife and fork to fucking eat, and I can't, like, pick up and fit in my mouth in some way. I just think at some point, you know, you've crossed a line into just pointless then, you know?
I agree. Oh,
there's no artistry to it.
Yes. Shaggy.
Ah, eat shit. Eat fucking shit. You and your big ass. Like in victory, you shall both commit suicide.
Was this match more than you bargained for?
Play again?
I just like, because like I look forward to, you know, things like Black Adam and movie and stuff now, because like they'll probably do a tie-in event and be like, now Black Adam's in the game, and I'll be like, yay, things I like, you know, because like
Who owns The Rock?
I think The Rock.
What's WWE
Actually,
on?
probably
It's
the
on
god Tatamua.
NBC, which is fucking. I hate having to, you know, have the knowledge of a fucking, you know,
Conglomerate?
feudal herald just to remember the genealogies of all these fucking companies, you know? Like, this is fucking so-and-so who's the child of so-and-so who's got the title to these lands. It's just like, I'm annoyed at how like organic the pairing of Harley and Shaggy is. It's just like I see that, I just go, oh, that's a couple.
You know,
Like,
what? You know what the best part about
100% sure I've seen exactly this at various cons.
At one point, I'm gonna see like Tweety Bird versus Predator. Predator's owned by Warner Brothers, right?
Oh, dude, like, I don't know. Maybe. I do wish
does
they'd
Warner own
use...
Seinfeld? He'd have no choice.
Because that's still NBC.
Hmm.
So, I mean, it depends. I think NBC is under Universal, which I fucking, I gotta look at. This is annoying. I don't, this is in that category of I'm learning things that I know are fucking pointless. Like,
But they're fun.
I sense chaos in you.
okay, so NBC is owned by fucking NBC Universal. It's just like, okay, look.
I am gone.
Okay, so it's owned by Comcast and General Electric, so possibly not.
Right.
Ugh. I mean, I'm assuming the costume, if it's not in now, will be in later. But they considering this is like the default Harley should be the classic.
It's already in
design. Yeah, I figured it would be, but like I figured that should be the default. Like you brats got to learn, all right?
Ow, that friggin' hurts, you know?
Plenty pretty, a little thick, and a full fucking bodysuit.
No, bitch, please. I don't.
I must admit.
Hit him with the
I
fishing
do
rod,
love
Tom.
like just how a big fucking mallet is fine provided it's like kind of wacky looking. Because like you put a bunch of streamers on an anvil and drop it on someone, it's still like it's just a big hammer still. Like, I'd rather get hit by a baseball bat than that. Release the Jerry.
God damn it. Blue Tom and Jerry just ruffles my feathers. I don't know why.
Just as I suspected.
Like, I get it. You need a team color to make it, like, stand outable, noticeable, but also, it just creeps me out. Like, it feels so nice to be able to just be like, oh man, I can't wait till like a new character's released on a thing that I know that's going to keep
up, like,
getting like
licenses and
supported.
properties owned by Warner.
Yes, let's do. This will be fun. Because, like, when would you ever think that Velma could fight the Iron Giant?
Oh, hell yeah, they own Adult Swim. I can. Let's get some C-Lab characters up in
Dude,
this
it's a
motherfucker.
possibility.
I mean, Harvey Birdman's a legitimate
Oh,
shot.
that would be good.
I mean, they're not like. Are they gonna put Captain Murphy in there? Probably not.
No.
But like, I'll take Harvey Birdman.
Oh, dude.
Adult Swim, Cartoon
Metalocalypse.
Network, DC Comics, Hanna-Barbera.
Ooh, Hanna-Barbera's good.
New Line Cinema franchises. Austin Powers.
Ooh.
Friday the 13th.
That's good.
Yeah, Mortal Kombat, Nightmare on Elm Street, Shazam, Ninja Turtles.
This ability's called One Last Zoinks.
Prepare yourself.
Ace Ventura. Beetlejuice.
Oh, that's interesting.
The power level my bat scanner is detecting.
Mad Max.
Impossible.
Oh, yeah, man.
Alright, that's interesting. Warner Entertainment Japan has the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure franchise.
interesting.
You'll feel this one in the morning.
Dive kick.
And which one are you?
I'm Batman.
Okay.
I'm Batman.
See, like that, I do appreciate having characters in this that are just like guy who uses arms and legs. Because like, you look at Velma and it's just like, I'm not sure where the fucking active points are on a light bulb, you know? Like that could be fucking anything. Yeah, well, it appears to have been thrown.
Yeah.
Like, is that just 2 Shaggies?
Yes.
That's too much Shaggy. It's a fucking dangerous quantity of Shaggy.
That's not funny.
No. Oh, you fucking Shaggy.
I feel like that Shaggy knows what they're doing. That was like, that was one of those things I see on Twitter when people post clips of like interesting shit that's happened in Smash Brothers. And sometimes, you know, sometimes it's something legitimately interesting, but a lot of the time it's just a guy jumping off the edge and hitting another dude.
Oh, that's just that. Okay.
Wibbity, wibbity, wibbity. Alright.
I don't know what that did. I haven't read what Batman stuff does.
Don't know what that did. No idea about Batman.
I know what grappling gun does.
But
Like,
yeah, I mean, that's the problem with Batman as a character is just like, you know, Superman's fairly cut and dry. You know, you have an idea what the eye lasers are gonna do. You have an idea what the freeze breath is gonna do. Batman's like gadgets,
where's
kind
my,
of.
Where's my teammate?
I think they quit,
What? Well,
or just got,
oh,
or they were down there. What has happened? I feel
don't
like maybe that was
know.
some kind of peculiar lag issue.
Yeah. It was really weird.
It may have been a shag issue. I think that's what I'm gonna call
damn
that
it.
team. I mean, people always say that Shaggy is a stoner because he eats so much, but he eats a lot and is that skinny, which means he's on speed.
Hmm.
You know, good old-fashioned speed too. You know, the proper 1970s liquid speed.
Oh, dude.
You know, the stuff you mix in with a little bit of water and just take a sip of in the morning, so you can face your husband and children.
Who should I play? You choose.
All right.
Let's go in the lab so I can actually.
Yeah, like it's probably a good idea, given that this is more than just like, oh yeah, here's attacks you can figure out. Like,
Because what is Batman? While invisible, Batman gains hasten and his attacks supply 3 stacks a weekend. I got the weekend.
Wiley's
effect.
in the fart cloud.
Yeah. So bat slide, clear the.
I mean, I don't care.
Bat
Like, I
bumbo.
mean, you know,
Bat bumbo.
yeah. The thing is like, okay, Batman, but like also, you know, Batman's kind of predictable in terms of like, you know. All right. Oh. Yeah, being in the bad gas makes you picture turtles, which, you know, unfortunately makes a lot of people very sad because then they know that they'll never
Can
have
you
a
just-
turtle as a pet.
What the fuck?
I mean, I'm assuming there's
Seems
some
like-
kind of like thing aside from attack decay.
Like, I mean, they could dodge that, but you know, it's just.
All right, what? Well, try someone else. Okay, what do we got here? We got Weirdo the dog, Velma. All right, what does Arya Stark do? Because again, like, I'm always interested in these games of like, because you know, there's characters like Shaggy and Velma, and then there's like characters that are actual murderers with
She's
swords.
Kirby.
That's cool.
Takes their face, throws a knife, blade sharpener. Passives, critical hit, deals increased damage with melee attacks if she hits enemies in the back. Okay.
That sounds good.
Her ally briefly gain Disarm whenever she neutral dodges an attack. She becomes enraged when her allies are knocked out, making next attack deal maximum stacks of weakened. Harry knocks out an enemy, she spawns a pie. Heal allies and deal slow to enemy. And yeah, so she's an assassin, so she takes 14% more damage.
I mean, that's rough, but also like, you know, it's good range. Like, if brushing up against melee nerd complaints on Twitter has taught me anything, it's that sword characters are unfair. So, you know, I don't know, take that for what it's worth. I feel like as you know, even though there is a lot about this that's different, I feel like a lot of those differences have been piled upon what is ultimately a very similar base. You know, it's like the difference between just a vanilla cake and a chocolate cake is like some cocoa. You know. All right.
Your fighting is as pathetic as that excuse for a beard on your chin.
So what does that do? I take the phase.
Become the shag.
Press input to send a shockwave, stuns enemies. Okay.
Food is not.
Oh, okay, so it's like around them. Right.
Okay.
You are lazy and gluttonous.
Ah,
I lead
okay.
you to the seven hells myself.
I mean, that'd be good in like the
She's got Psycho
schmozzes.
Crusher. Psycho Crusher.
It's more. That's Drill Claw.
Yeah. Psylocke's one.
What was the name of that one? That was a super.
Yeah, something. Alright, so that's like a taunt? Fucking counter?
This won't end well for you, you lazy fool.
So wait, how did I throw the knife? Side why?
Sidewire.
There it is.
Alright.
Ah, okay.
Did I get a backstab from the front?
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
And when it's on cooldown, it does that instead.
It's nice that it does something even when the move is technically on cooldown.
Mm.
All right, let's dust off some Velma. If nothing else, I want to see if the game lets me look up her skirt. All right, let's see what all weird Velma's weird shit. You see, like, yeah, like, I suppose they're nice enough to put a little circle around it that explains where it is, but it's just, you know. Entire character is how Fact Girls think Twitter works. Scoot!
Maximum scoot!
What does big giant head Velma do?
Cooldowns.
Oh, so you can do like
Just-
stuff. Is that the book cooling down there?
Yeah.
So the book makes a giant head.
Yeah.
Does every move have a cooldown, or does some like?
Some don't.
There aren't supers in this, are there?
No.
That's a shame. I feel like you know, Smash Brothers finally getting them meant that this is going to be fairly standard for all now. So yeah, what are her moves and things? What's Velma rolling with? Motivational speaker. Allies can hop into Velma's arms. You see, I want to see the police car. Like, where's all this evidence?
I don't know if I can.
Evidence of the horrible things Shaggy has done.
I think I have to actually play a match. Like, they don't seem to be appearing, eh?
Behavior. Leave evidence behind. I know the things you have done, Shaggy.
Choose your character.
Trust me, my skills are superior.
Jonkies. This is gonna go disastrously, probably. This dude's name is I Eat White Axe. Sure.
X. What does that mean?
It means ass. I eat white ass.
Okay. I'll take your word for that.
That's what I assume it means.
Yeah, there'll be filters and whatnot on this. Just,
Double
I
taps.
do, yeah. It does amuse me there just being a team of like equally berserk looking like Tasmanian devils. Damn it, because Beavis and Butthead are Universal and Paramount as well.
Yep.
Shit.
Maybe they'll loan them out, you know. Try to make their own sad fighter, you know.
Like, I don't know, whatever leftover shit they've got. I mean, that's the thing. The only, like, you know, not standard game company that could compete with this kind of a back catalog is Nickelodeon. And they have that there, and they make the game, and they just do, like, just a bad job off the bat, almost deliberately, which is the nuts fucking thing, you know? We don't want to pay for voice samples. It's like, what?
I don't think they wanted to pay for anything. Just wanted it to exist, so people could remember it exists. Look, Jake, can you fucking do something? Oh, yay, you did something. Let's go.
Evidence.
Oh yeah, there it is. Got it.
Yeah, I think that I mean we know that Tasmanian Devil has committed various crimes.
Oh wait, no.
I mean, you'd think property damage, but no.
Oh, I can grab teammates.
That tornado is
Whoa. Okay.
also, you know, it's a molestation tornado.
Damn it! Got hit by the second one.
Only Tasmanian Devil and Harvey Weinstein were capable of doing it.
You can just imagine him spinning furiously.
Yeah, well, just him, but it's just Tasmanian Devil. I just spinning around. Just groping everything and flicking cum at stuff.
Fighting two Tasmanian devils is a problem, and the devs have already said on Twitter that they're looking at it. Because it's just, it's not so much that it's super broken, it's just super unfun to fight. Like,
because they're just tornadoes over and over again?
Yeah. Because like,
I feel like there should just be like, you can't both be the same character or something.
Yeah.
I suppose it won't work when there's only like 12 characters in the game right now.
It's just, yeah, it's a bit rough. We didn't get to see the police car because there was too much Taz. Too much Taz on the field.
There's got to be art of that somewhere. If not, someone out there draw it. Draw fucking Harvey Weinstein as the Tasmanian Devil.
Just whipping
just
through
slobbering,
officers,
yeah.
just
Like, because his tongue's out, but also his dick. So they just flop it like they mirror each other, you know?
You see the
making the same noises, yeah. Just
briefcase in one hand.
Oh, there's a girl trying to break into the fucking movie industry. The same thing's happening with like Vince McMahon, finally. I mean, whether or not there'll actually be anything fucking done about it, it's an interesting fucking discussion.
He probably has enough money just to...
Well, no, because like, it's something that a lot of people have pointed out, is if this had happened to anybody else, they'd already be gone.
Right.
But because of the weird carny nature of professional wrestling, the whole thing is just held to a lower standard. And so nobody really cares. Or at least nobody that has the ability to deal with, to pressure the WWE in a way that would force Vince out, gives a shit. But it's already in an environment populated by shitful hicks, so who gives a fuck? The general attitude is, you know, what are you all complaining about? Isn't this how most of you were conceived? It's funny though, because someone did the math and like, he's had to like pay out, you know, fondling and, you know, pressuring for sex and stuff like that. And, I mean, A, he's paid more for that than he did for WCW, which is very funny. And B, he effectively paid like $2,000 a day.
Right.
Like, and again, you know, I maintain that you could hire an incredible molestation woman for that kind of money. And they'll say it's about the power. But the thing is, it's about the power when you don't have to fucking pay for it. Otherwise, you're just a loser spending $7 million on a blowjob. Which you'd have to be catastrophically ugly and charmless to do. Evidence! Evidence!
So close. Need one more.
Bucks' fucking weird, rudimentary fucking... Fuck's that block? I don't even know what that's doing.
Just safe.
Okay.
So close, just...
There it is!
Alright, what is it saying? Down Y. Call the police.
Get him! You can't stop the police. Yes!
Oh, he got out.
Still. All right. I mean, look, you're already walloping them. We've summoned the evidence and the police.
Look, fucking cunts.
I deal with fucking whatever his name is.
Fawn.
Yeah, Finn. I love how, like, male Finn is, like, this barely human caricature of Noodle Boy. And then there was, like, Lady Finn that was, like, thick and fucking hot. And it's like, look, you know. Now that's some fucking corner guard. You'll love to see it. Get him, Nogamrella. Just a fucking speech bubble that says sass.
Shit! So call the police.
You want to swap that out for like a different character that just says slur?
She crawls on the ground. Slurp. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, people have already started doing character models and stuff mods.
Oh.
So
The fact that this is at all porous to mods is very, very dangerous.
stop declining rematches. You suck.
There is altogether too much damage the Rule 34 people could fucking wreak on this with. You know, Shaggy with his dick out. Lord Shaggington in his cock cage.
Dick Dastardly. He's Warner Brothers. He's Hanna-Barbera.
Yeah,
And Muttley. Dick Dastardly and Muttley. That would be...
the Pink Panther.
Oh, dude. Yes. There's so much. Hanna-Barbera is such a good...
A lot of weird, yeah. It's
Grape
such a
Ape.
weird. It's such a weirdly deep pool of characters, and then like 1,000 identical characters.
Yeah.
This is too many Bugses. A lot of baseball bats.
Can be Ranger Ned. He's not Ned. I can't remember what his name is.
It might be Ranger Ned.
No, that's the one in like
Simpsons gag.
Yeah. Because it's obviously Ned Flanders, but I don't think it is Ned.
I don't know.
I don't really care either.
I was listening to a thing about Robert Smigel the other day, and it was talking about some of the stuff he was doing for Saturday Night Live, and one of them was like his TV Funhouse things, which were all these little cartoons, that he'd sort of base on various sort of things here and there. But one of the one of the common ones was like basically aping old Hanna-Barbera cartoons, and he did one for Michael Jackson that was like Michael Jackson as kind of like Yogi Bear, but instead of like swiping picnic baskets, it was little boys. Fuck, it's funny. Like there's one where like a lady puts a little boy to cool on the windowsill, and like the fragrance of him causes like Michael Jackson to like drift over.
That's a lot.
That's a joke in one of these. Like, I do really recommend all the TV Funhouse bits. Like, there were a few of them. They did these, a really, really great one, actually. It was a series called Just Fun with Real Audio, where they'd take, like, actual, just someone giving an interview, and then just animate around that. It was really fucking funny. And they also did, the incomparable fucking ambiguously gay duo. Which I found out almost got a live action movie in like 2005.
That's insane.
Yeah, and like the crazy thing was like fucking Jim Carrey was going to be Ace.
Whoa.
And that was, it hinged on Jim Carrey like agreeing to do it, and then he didn't. And they said, his manager told him you're not gonna be like, Tom Hanks if you're in this movie. And then they're like, that's fair. And then like 2 years later, he did Dumber and Dumber. Which did suck. Like,
Oh yeah, it really did. I don't know why, and everyone was cheering when they made another one. I was like, huh?
it's one of those things that I think, could work if it, like, I think the inherent idea I don't think is bad.
The cartoon
It's
was
just the
like
movie
better
sucked.
because it was just it's too wacky by nature. Like a lot of it, there's to be fun.
I mean, it's like, you know what was fucking hilarious? Fucking that David Spade movie where he's the hick kid. What's that one again? It's not. I keep thinking Dickie Roberts.
Joe Dirt.
Joe Dirt. That's it. And then there's Joe Dirt 2, and it's fucking awful. And then,
Does it
you
even
know,
have David Spade in it?
yeah. And then there's Super Troopers.
God.
Fucking hilarious. And there's Super Troopers too.
Which
Fucking
literally
awful.
stole the fucking crowd-funded money to make that abortion. Like, what the fuck, man? You
And the thing that gets me about that is it's such a, like, because the opening is this dumb meta joke that goes for ages and sucks and makes the movie terrible. It just wounds the fucking film. And then you remember it's like, oh yeah, they crowdfunded this. You know? The reason the first one worked is because there was a movie. And they found a way that the goofy shit would function perfectly within, like, the plot they were doing. You know, because the whole point was it got him in trouble. Their shenanigans.
Evil little shenanigans. Not even good shenanigans.
You know, like, you sit down and watch it, it's like, yeah, I'm not expecting it to be, like, as good as the first one, at least in some respects. Or, you know, they might just do the classic, like, you know, do the fucking first film again, but with some names
You expect
changed.
them to do a fucking film.
Yeah, but I expected at least fucking something better than what was given. There's a sandwich in that safe.
Red team.
Time to use a little strategy.
So, like, the little bat bombs you can attach to enemies, yourself, or your teammates, they don't hurt you, but, you know, you can use them to detonate.
Blow up and hurt, yeah.
Look,
I wonder if there ever was an actual Acme company.
I don't know.
Yeah, I know,
I
right?
assume there would be. Surely.
I gotta look it up.
Yeah, please
'Cause
do.
I feel like there's an incredibly deep lore.
Too much bugs. I'm gonna choose bugs as well. You know what this me needs? 4 bugs.
Choose your character.
You can get Hollywood's bug.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Hollywood Bugs hosted one of those Warner Brothers movies that was not a movie, but just like a delivery system for 4 separate cartoons. Make you cry.
Easy does it, old sport.
Yeah, all right, you want to be a dick? Let's do this.
I need you to choose first so I can have some of your perks. 'Cause I got nothing, champ.
Please, sir, might I have some perks?
I think I might need to hit level 2 before I can use his. Shit. Oh no, it says allies perks. Oh, they haven't chosen yet. He's probably waiting for me.
No,
I've
you got no
nothing.
perks.
Yeah, he's got none either. Shit.
Well,
Ah, Willa Wonka.
Prepare yourself.
Which bugs is bugs?
I mean, it says prepare
Bugs.
yourself, but really, what can you know, what does preparation look like here?
A lot of bugs. Yeah.
I feel like supers need to be added because they
What's
could
up,
really
dog?
do like a, you know.
Probably at
Was
some
it
point.
Doc Amok wasn't the one where he fucking cartoon where Bugs was drawing? Because there's the one where he's no, not fucking, you know. Drawing Daffy. Because there's one where it's, I think Doc Amok's the one where Daffy's drawing.
Hmm.
I'll take a whack at it. Arrivederci.
But there was one where, like, because there was one where Bugs got him. Oh no, okay, so Doc Amok is the one where Bugs is drawing.
Hmm.
It is fucking great. That's got, like, one of my favorite jokes of all time in it. And also the source of, like, what I've decided my family coat of arms is. Because, like, when Bugs draws Daffy as, like, that ridiculous monster with the daffodil for a head and, like, 4 feet and shit, he has a tail with a flag on it. And the flag, it was one of those, like, you know, real early jokes I fucking clued on and, like, when I was, like, 3. You know, and the flag is just a picture of, like, a regular flathead household screw and then a baseball. So it says screwball. And that fucking killed me when I was a kid. So my, like, little copy of that was a picture of one of those hotel bells, you know, the one that you fucking push, and then a cricket bat because it spells dingbat. I love dingbat. Dingbat doesn't see much use. The only time I've seen it in like, you know, media was like fucking that great Krusty line, like, no offense, kid, but your mum's a dingbat.
Oh yeah.
Doesn't get enough play because I feel like it's very insulting, but also it's like you can get away with saying it a lot, you know? Like you can call someone a dingbat and they won't yell at you like if you call them a cunt belch.
Cunt belch.
Yeah, like people will know, you know, there's a real analog space in dingbat that lets you get away with an awful lot, you know? It could be a term of affection. It could be, you know, me saying that you should be put down. It's really, really, really hard to figure out.
So
You have a pie in his ass.
he does.
You want to get ass pie checked.
The turns out, Gabriel, the Bugs quad mirror match was not that fun. Turns out.
Yeah, of course it was going to be fucking ridiculous. I mean, especially because, like, I don't think either of your team knew how to really play Bugs.
I was doing okay, but like old mate was not having a good time.
I feel like it, like, I can't, is there any other online game? Be Rain Dog, because I want to know what the fuck that's about. Like, is there any other game where, you know, you get paired up randomly with, you know, cunts on the internet that's just 2v2? Like, where it's a team, but, like, you're working with one other person. You know, because I can't think of any situation like that. Normally, you've got, like, 4 or 5 cunts at least.
Tennis. That's about it.
I suppose there must be online doubles, but, like, you know, I'd say that's niche. The people playing random online doubles on, like, whatever Virtual Tennis 4 or something is. Whereas here, it's just like, and this is, I really, because, you know, you can really absolutely positively be fucked by who you were with. Like, there's no getting around that. Like,
I
you could
assume
be.
that's, you know, when ranked mode comes, it might.
I mean, yeah, they're gonna have to do something like that.
Because there is a ranked mode, you just can't select it. Yeah.
Because there is, especially because of the style of game this is, especially because it's free to play, and especially because it's like, you know, very kid friendly. You are going to have 8-year-olds.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And they're fucking like, you know, where are you gonna get with like, I'm playing?
Oh
Fuck.
no,
Like,
yeah, they're gonna just self-destruct over and over.
You're lucky if they can fucking just not just walk off the edge.
Mr. Rhino's disconnected. You're a fuckwit, Mr. Rhino. I just want to be a Rhine dog. Rain dog?
Yeah, Rain Dog. It's kind of like, I mean, okay, like I, you know, be a Rain Dog, I suppose, but it must suck to have to come up with like the fucking original fucking, you know, character in a game that's gonna pit you against like some of the more well-known, you know, entities.
Oh,
in
yeah.
commercial history.
Yeah, because, you know, Batman. Huge.
Yeah. Batman.
Rain dog.
Bugs fucking Bunny.
Yeah. Shaggy.
Who, yeah. Bugs Bunny was an old character in the 50s.
You know, you could boot this up and like
Bugs
my
has got to be getting
grandma
close
could be
to
like,
about
"Whoa."
100 now, actually.
Oh,
I'm kind of fucking
yeah.
gonna look that up. Like, how fucking old is Bugs? And it was Rabbit Rampage where Bugs was getting fucked with, but that was Elmer Fudd drawing. I could swear there
I
was
like
one
the
where fucking
one where
was
Daffy
doing
Duck is like with Schultz. The Hitler one.
Oh, yeah. I haven't seen many of those.
They're weird, man. They're weird. I think I remember you sort of seeing them on SBS or something.
Alright, so the character was designed in 38, but first showed up in 1940. He was 82. And just 18 more years and then 1 century of Bugs. There's anyone older than that that's still going, you know?
Oh, Crusher.
I do like that the dog just appears to have, like, the Mind Stone. Which I suppose makes sense. I mean, is there gonna be a story mode for this? Like, there's gonna be a little... I mean, I figure they'll do it kind of like with, whatever that thing's called, you know? Fortnite. It's annoying, that one, because Fortnite exists in my brain as a word for a 2-week time period.
Yeah.
You know, like, it doesn't get used much out of, like, you know, I think like England does, but like it's just the colonies. Let me spray you with my love beam. All right.
Now I got thunderbolts. Okay.
I mean, like, I feel just
Lunker ball seems good.
Just looking at him.
High five!
Excellent. Just looking at him, I think, like, you know, fucking Thunder Puppy is good. Like, it looks like there's a lot there.
Oh yeah. So
And also, there was probably the trade-off. They're allowed to make their OC really good.
So someone was playing this character, and I don't know how to do it, but like when they went into that ball, they stayed in the ball, and I could pick them up and throw them, and it was just doing massive damage. So it's just KOing Superman by throwing the dog at them.
Things Superman is vulnerable to: kryptonite and dog ball.
So I could pull him to me. Which you can totally use to troll.
Fuck off, Finn, you weird little noodle. Princess Bubblegum doesn't love you. You loser.
She loves me. I'm real.
One episode of that show I did really enjoy, at least just for a moment, was like when they voted Princess Bubblegum out, and she just lost her shit and started calling them dillweeds. And you don't hear dillweed that much either. Like, it'd show up in Beavis and Butthead a little bit, but, you know, they'd usually go to dill hole. And I do not know what either of those is.
You ever heard dillweed before?
No, I've heard them, but I don't know what, I don't know what a dillweed is.
I'm pretty sure we've had this exact conversation before, but a dillweed in my mind is a weed that grows on a dill pickle.
Well, yeah, see, that's like,
But that's using logic.
Yeah,
Of using
like it could be
of
fucking
knowing what a
anything.
dill.
Because I don't
pickle
think a
is.
dill hole has anything to do with those.
No. I just assume dill hole is your bum hole.
I mean, like a dill weed is just a herb.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, like, I know that the definition of dillweed is a contemptible person, but I was hoping. Yeah, no, because there was that. One of my favorite Onion articles was what is it? Oh, that's right. It was the Dorkwad and Dillwad reach historic wad accord, and it was like Bill Clinton helping the Dorkwads and the Dillwads like come together and stop their like conflict and focus on the shared enemy. But then, like, the problem at the end was, you know, they hadn't managed to bring in the more militant Dillwads.
Wait.
See, I feel a slow-moving fuck you like that as a, you know, slow-moving projectiles are always
So then
the best.
like that powers up. See how they're getting on fire?
Yeah. I suppose, yeah, you're not allowed to just keep fucking spamming them, though. Which, now that I've found an attack I want to spam, I'm absolutely annoyed by. Fuck you, fix this. Should be able to just constantly chuck unfair ball the fucking...
Oh, there we go.
Okay.
Throw me, Finn.
Are they gonna... Okay, maybe don't do that when, like, Finn's not there. And you're just surrounded by, like, meanies who want to kick you. Being ball-shaped and a kicking, you know... That didn't even hit, like... That's not hitting. I think that you have to get thrown. Fucking vomiting fucking fireballs at you. Get him, brain puppy.
To me, Finn.
Yeah, never-ending story.
Is that a Treyu? Or is that the horse?
No, Treyu was the character from Neverending Story. The horse was Artax or Atax or something.
Art hole. Art Garfunkel.
I've just got Garfunkel up to his nose in the swamps of sadness. Just said, Chuck, get out of there, Art! You know, just because you're no longer with fucking, you know, Paul Simon doesn't mean you can't have a rich and fulfilling career. And he's kind of limply struggling. It's just Garfunkel slowly lowering into the fucking swamps of sadness. The only human named Garfunkel.
I'd watch that movie.
I'd ride around a Garfunkel. It's a shame we never domesticated the Garfunkels.
It's a
Just a
missed
noble
capitalization
herd
there.
of them galloping across the plains.
You know, I formed a party with Soggy Mike.
I don't want to go to a Soggy Mike party.
No one does.
That sounds like a combination swingers party and improv group. Which I'm honestly surprised hasn't happened, because they keep trying to add shit to, you know, mostly stripping to kind of make it a little less stripping, or at least to kind of like split the audience so you're not getting like, you know, deranged horny truckers. And I figure like nude improv would probably be, you know, I mean, it's improv. What are you doing? You're gonna taint the fucking, you know, quality reputation of improv? No, it's fine. You can just have completely nude improv.
We could
Improv.
invite that
you know?
Russian porn pirate. I remember on Facebook. Today, my friend ruined Mortal Kombat for me.
It's one of those things where just like, why'd you do that? You know, like what?
Yeah,
What's the
yeah.
idea really? It's like I'm gonna twirl my dick around. Like, okay.
And
I
punch
get-
the background.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, just filming yourself windmilling your dick and putting it on the internet, that makes sense. Doing that while singing the theme to Mortal Kombat in Russian while superimposed over footage of the fucking movie and is just baffling. Like, there's these extra fucking details to it where it's just like, this isn't like an accident. You didn't just have a green screen and all this other shit set up and then, did you just kill someone in one hit?
Pretty much, yeah. I had like a fully charged punch off.
I mean, still, like,
Yeah, fucking come on.
oh, great. All right, well, the Tasmanian devil appears to be a simpleton, or one of those 8-year-olds we were talking about earlier. I do love that it's like the game's not even out and they have to, okay, we've discovered that, like, fighting 2 Tasmanian devils is just heinously unfun.
That's so cool.
We are in that, like, oh yeah, you're fighting Superman, and that's, like, canonically difficult for most things. Although I suppose this would be like a Mr. Mixia Spitlickin, you know, situation where, you know, he's been yoinked into another dimension by magic, and because magic requires you to think, it's just a bit outside of fucking old Soups's fucking wheelhouse.
Because that gets armor.
I love armor characters. Armor characters are a bit like grapplers in that they're just the best. Yeah, they're the best scrub killers.
Yeah.
Because people will just be like, why didn't that work? It's like, there's armor. Like,
Fucked. Unga bunga.
the amount of fucking cheap victories I'd get as like Solomon Grundy in fucking, for the first Injustice. Just, oh, I've got, you know, I have an attack I do from this distance. And then I just walk through it. And like,
Oh,
huh.
fuck yeah, that's cool.
I'd get like just a staggering amount of damage off
Oh,
it.
shit.
Match point. Red team. Gloves are off now.
I love that, like, yeah, the problem with having a character that has, you know, what appears to be like a one-hit fucking KO is it's like, now it's like, all right, look, I need to hit this and only this move over and over and over again.
Every single one of his charge moves.
Oh! Yeah, like that.
Every single one of his charge moves has armor.
Yeah.
I love Superman.
Yeah.
He feels like, so Superman in Injustice feels canonical Superman. He's fast and strong. In this, he feels slow and chunky. And
But again, like,
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, people aren't ready for like, oh, well, what happened? The attack you thought was going to do something or interrupt just put you in the perfect position for a fucking Omega class Superman uppercut to just donk you straight out of the fucking stage.
Like, I love that. Like, that's just so creative. Like,
I won't let you down.
man, it's so weird to enjoy like something like this because usually it would just punch me in the gut and take my money,
it'd
and
be
I'd have
like
a
the fucking,
bad
you know,
experience.
Nickelodeon cart situation where like, this would be good if it had sounds.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like,
Be good if
because
it had
the frustrating thing is
anything.
all of these things have really good sound design. You know, really notable quotes, notable voices. Like, that's the kind of fucking
Yeah.
point of them.
There's shitloads of voice lines that, you know, allude to shows we grew up on, you know, comics and stuff. There's stuff for everyone for fans of this shit. It's nice. It's humble. It's uplifting. Like Superman's gonna fight the Iron Giant. Like, that's rad.
It is, considering that's who Iron Giant wanted to be.
Yeah, I'm super happy about this game. They also did the really awesome thing of like, if you like pre-order it now, you can play the beta. However, that goes open beta on the 26th. But if you watch anyone streaming it for an hour who's like playing it, then you get given the game as well, like the beta. Which
How's
is
that work?
you just got to link the two accounts, the Twitch and the Warner Brothers account.
Okay.
But yeah, it's like, it's such a great way to build hype and fun, because then, you know, people who regularly watch you can be involved. They can start playing. And there's also, it links to a Twitch account for
I worry that they have the capacity to. I mean, obviously it's just like, is the account open? So you can just set up and walk away. But I don't like the idea of anything able to like track whether you're watching, you know? In my mind, it's just like you have to sit in front of like 3 ads. Unlock this next content.
Well, I mean, if you're sitting there watching on Twitch anyway.
Oh no, I mean like, yeah, I'm not saying this instance of it is bad.
No, I understand what you're saying
One of those things where it's like, oh yeah, there's an instant villainous application to. Oh man, like I feel like that should have hit. Is like fucking Jake able to just neutralize your fucking armor or something? Because I get the feeling he's just wolfing through shit. I like that Iron Giant
problem
has
is
like,
Jake has lots of multi-hits. So armor's only like good for 1 hit. Oi,
well, that's fair.
put Soups down. Fucking I will.
Oh no, Superman.
Fuck you up. Oh. Okay, maybe I won't.
Well, I mean, you got to punch in, but then, you know, Jake turned into a horse. Bum. Got hit with the bum house combo. Dangerous combo. Bum house. Oh! It never gets old. It's like seeing, you know, cunts get just fucking nailed by a full Falcon punch. You're just like, yes. That's what you like to see. I mean, I enjoy my lightweight battles and all of that, but like, every now and then it is good to just see a heavyweight just fucking donk someone's brain into another dimension.
And like he's see how he's like laser isn't just instant. See how it's like takes time and then goes along the ground and stuff and then starts a fire. Like that is so much better than just having this.
It being
fuck
just
you.
a long distance poke.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm seeing stuff like that with things like the freeze breath and the application of the, you know, various properties that different attacks have. I mean, I'm unsurprised it didn't show up in, like, you know, any of the Nintendo ones, just because that's not how they roll in that regard, but I am kind of surprised that someone sort of, I mean, I don't know, maybe it's in one of those other games. I never really play them.
Yeah, no, me neither. I only play like pretty much Smash Brothers because I identify with. That's the thing. Is like Brawlhalla. It's like, yeah, it's cool and all, but like I don't care about these characters. Like I didn't grow up with them. They're not like I'm not looking
Yeah,
to
that's kind of
regularly
an interesting
play
thing
this
too,
sort of game.
because there's no reason it should be like, you know, there's no technical reason that this game style should be related to some sort of, you know, big pile of recognizable characters. But just because the first one was fucking Smash, it's kind of just a part of it now.
I have to play mage character. I'll play Tom and Jerry. Yeah, it is very interesting. Because like that's the thing is like it's like I'll play one game at a time. You know? So it's either I'm gonna play this or Smash Brothers. I'm not gonna play both of them. And because this has online that works and you know the capacity for me to like I can stream this and then people like I can click on my Twitch stream, make a lobby, and people can just join the stream and join from the stream.
That's good.
That's really easy and like easy to get.
With Nintendo, you
people
link
going.
something to your phone. Send a 42 numeral code to someone else.
Joke, but
I mean, no, because that was, that was. Worst part is, oh god, what was it? There was, I think it was Fortnite actually that because there is a microphone on the Switch and you can use it, and it does work. They just, Nintendo didn't want that to happen. The Taz and Harley Quinn team up is another one that I can just weirdly see making sense. They should have like team costumes.
that's what I was just thinking.
Like having be one of the fucking hyenas.
I was also thinking of him just dressed as Harley.
That's upsetting, but I'll allow it. They could really have I mean, I know they won't, but they could just put some black bar sensor lines over the fucking Harley Taz.
Oh, shit, I don't know what I'm doing. Some sort of cat and mouse.
Okay, so I mean, I'm assuming.
I
was gonna say, I'm assuming you chuck the fucking mouse at someone. Cause I mean, that's the thing is it's not just gonna be, oh yeah, lob a hurt box. It'll be like, oh yeah, lob Jerry over there, and he sets up some kind of weird goddamn trap. All right, yeah, look at that. Oh, see, now who doesn't want some cheese? I like cheese. I do hate.
Yeah, this is very fucking. It says expert on it for a reason, Gabriel.
What?
I can see the application of this character. So, for example, up, this attack on the ground straps a rocket to Jerry, and Jerry starts going up. But you can also jump on top of Jerry to get a boost.
All right.
So let's just see and then there's the fishing rod, which you can use to recall Jerry. See, there he is. He's on a little remote.
It's funny because he's fucking strapped to it and squirming. The best thing about Tom and Jerry as a character in this is they're fighting within the fight. Jerry's basic attacks are, yes, he's taken swings at
missing,
Tom
yeah.
has taken swings at Jerry.
He's up as a ping pong.
He used him as a fucking paddle ball. That's funny. That tickles. But yeah, you have to be able to think in 4 dimensions to function with this.
Wow, you can move while doing that. That's fucking great.
And that's pretty good.
Jeez.
Match point.
You got cheese. So is the single and 4 not active yet?
No, they are. I find because the game's kind of designed around the 2v2 aspect that I enjoy it more. I couldn't find a free-for-all match at the time when I was looking, but I was playing late at night.
Defeat.
That's when all good little boys and girls are in bed.
Yeah. Plus,
I
it
don't
was only first day of the beta, so.
We've done teamwork enough. As a creepy loner, I want to see what some, do the full, the free for all. I feel like the free for all.
I gotta go.
The free for all could be, 1v1. I feel is just gonna be unfun.
Am I still in the party with Soggy Mike? Oh shit! Sorry. Bye,
Yeah.
Soggy Mike.
Let's leave the soggy mic party. First stream to come on their microphone wins. What do they win? Toodles.
Choose your character.
All right. Yeah. Be someone that you've got
I'm just banking on armor,
Meteor liftoff.
I won't let you down. Needs some
I do
help?
love that Superman was invented in a time when being stronger than a train was a thing. Soggy is the male version of moist.
Mm.
It's Just a bit off. United Nations, okay?
We're just hanging out, enjoying the game. How they solve debates at the UN these days. We all can't play Taz. Taz is banned.
Yeah.
Everyone's just gonna pick Taz and spin. All right. I love Velma's little. Who else is Warner Brothers? Mads Mikkelsen. Put him in there.
But if you insist.
Oh, yeah, I gotta remember it's free for all.
No friends.
All right.
well,
He was
that
probably
easy.
AFK.
Oh, he seems to be doing something.
Oh, that's pretty sick.
I feel like you should just completely target, like, fucking the United Nations. Because they're not doing anything, and I find that very funny.
I feel like that is the 4-year-old you were talking about.
Yeah, I don't think they're being, like, watched.
Here we go.
The... Alright, look, I know technically this isn't teamwork, but if we all work together, we can get rid of fucking United Nations. But we just seems to be eating, like, an entire beehive, I want to say? Is that a honeycomb? What is that? Some kind of football full of wasps.
Damn it.
Which would be incredibly funny.
Can't hold back either.
Yeah, Superman, you really can't hold back against Shaggy.
To be fair, it is Shaggy Prime.
There you go, ring out points doubled.
Oh, fuck.
Uh,
Look.
Gotta look into who owns AMC, you know? That might be Warner Brothers, and then you could have, like, just, you know, Walter White from Breaking Bad in here.
Oh, that'd be sick.
Like, him and Jesse, but they're just a reskin of Tom and Jerry.
Coming through.
Just put down, you know... Down and Special puts down, like, a tray of bad meth. No one can resist the bad meth. Is that, like, a fucking taunt with that fucking hurt box? The fuck?
Hold still.
Come on!
Oh, you just got shaggied.
I don't know how that attack seems to, like, not work 90% of the time. Because I know there's a cursor in the middle and you got a thing, but I swear that should have beaten him. Fuck you, Shaggy.
Shaggy earned his sausage.
Fuck you.
Shaggy Sausage sounds like another gross private schoolboy game.
Oh, it really
Who
does.
could not clean their penis the longest?
Ew. I can smell it.
Well, if you didn't want to get rid of your dick before, you really want to get rid of it now.
Oh, Lordy. Oh, Lord.
All right, this has been Shaggy Sausage. Look at Superman's big Shaggy Sausage. You know you know he cleans his.
I don't wanna.
He's a good boy. Mark Kent taught him right.
Oh no, now Uncle Shagworth's here.
Uncle Shagworthy.
He's worthy of the shag.
I know, like, it's just... Oh, of course it's Bard's 420. Oh man, you got United Nations
he's
again?
back. I'm just gonna target him again.
Yeah. Because, you know, was any... Is that Shaggy the Shaggy that was here earlier?
I don't think so.
Good, because no one else will know that, like, the United Nations isn't home.
That's Superman.
Where is he? Oh, he's right there. Oh. Oi.
God damn it. I mean, there's probably better ways to be going about this, but
Nah,
okay.
dude.
Fucking sandwiched. Because, yeah, you just have to get them off the fucking edge, and they won't, like... You want to be careful of that fucking flying Shaggy kick, because that thing just appears to destroy. Yeah, take that, little girl.
Oi. No, don't pick on United Nations. He's mine.
Damn it! Everyone else has realized the obvious. Get him, Rock. keeps vomiting things. That's fucking great. Yeah, you just gotta punch him off. It doesn't have to be like Superman's big fucking wallop. You keep making life harder. Ah, get it! Ah! I do love the oomph when you nail one of the big fucking attacks in this game. Like, Smash does the same thing, where you just, it's just like, and there's that nice little fucking pause that lets you really fucking taste the impact. I suppose that's actually not a bad way to go if you've got the crowd of other ones around, because, you know, then you can... I mean, I think Shaggy's figured out the fucking, you know, meteor catastrophe sandwich. Didn't have a proper breakfast. Now I'm hungry. Now I want a fucking catastrophe sandwich. Join a team with the United Nations.
Damn it!
Aww.
Yeah, fucking alright, Shaggy.
Well, you know.
Dude, the Shaggies are out in force, you know. Bard's 420. It is 3:30, so he's a little early, but you know. Dude, he did said the United Nations did 73 damage.
Most of that was you standing like point blank and charging up your Superman strike with like what appears like, unless there's a button going off, I swear it's just like a neutral animation that does damage, which is novel. I mean, was it Birdie has one in Street Fighter 5? Fucking stands there long enough and he flicks his snot at you. And it does a fucking chip. Which is what it should do, but still.
So yeah, the purple means it's an armor breaker.
Purple. Alright, so there are defined armor breakers.
Yeah.
That's a shame. I mean, I know why, but still.
Slice and dice.
Murder Shaggy. That.
Dodge.
Okay. Okay, so that is like...
Yeah, then he like dashes to that spot and then...
You have like a little space, and that's the grab and punch.
From above.
Holy shit.
That's pretty good.
I wonder...
Fungus.
Probably... No.
So there's
Shaggy.
no block, it's just dodge.
You just dodge, yeah. Alright.
Trying to find where the cancel frames are.
Yeah.
Do squabbling games even have cancels?
Yeah. I mean, because like you can do... Like you can cancel them out to like, you know, downs and things like that.
Your hards,
Yeah.
your firm attacks.
Superman is a beefy boy.
Yeah.
It's just the lasers is the thing that trips me out because it's like... I know how it works, but it's just still...
It's ground laser. He aims at the ground again too. Alright.
Flaming.
Dodge
Oh,
upward.
so he doesn't get armor if it's not off the ground.
Okay.
So if he's off the ground, yeah.
Superman can dodge upward and diagonally upward from the ground.
Mm.
That's pretty good.
Yoink.
I feel like you gotta exploit that. Like, that's some mobility. Because he's a tank, but it's like the Makoto thing. You know?
So, see that blue bar?
Yeah.
That's a dodge bar.
Okay.
So the more you dodge, that bar goes low and you get less invulnerability frames. So it stops people just going...
Doing
"Bah, bah,
exactly
bah,
the
bah,
thing
bah."
I came up with.
Yeah. But you can still... It's still good to have like in the repertoire when they're not expecting it.
Yeah. I do like that though, just like... Every time I think of some cheese bullshit, it's like, no, we, you know. This isn't made by a company that's actually angry at you for not enjoying the game in the most wholesome way possible.
Oh!
We know what you are, we know what you're like.
Okay, that's cool. So if you, like, off the ground, it does that.
Yeah.
But then, like, if you do it in the air, it catches as a throw.
Wait.
Just for you.
Oh, I can cancel that too.
So you can change up what's special.
How did he not
Boom.
cancel it? All right, because I dodged.
Full force.
That's interesting.
Yeah, so you can, like, dodge out of things. I don't seem to dodge up out of it, though. So I don't know if other characters can do that.
Tribolio.
See in the little car. So what was I trying?
What's the story behind the little car?
So gems don't like celebrate birthdays, essentially.
Okay.
And
Oh, neither do I. So.
Steven wants them to celebrate their birthdays because he thinks it's sad.
Don't judge
And
me, Steven,
he
you
tells
fat
them
prick.
he tells them to drive around in like little cars, but like I don't think will fit. And then Amethyst turns into a little car to try to cheer him up, and like Garnet with her knees coming out of it as they're driving around in it.
That's Steven's idea of a birthday, is driving around in a little car.
Yeah, because his dad put this whole ritual every year together.
Okay.
I just noticed, like down the bottom there's actually Amethyst is sitting there. That's her whip, and she is behind the pillar. You can just see the purple.
Something ate a donut earlier.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
It's probably her. Yeah, like that's the thing is like because it's got Steven Universe music and that's a Steven Universe level. You know, there's the Bat Cave and the Bat Cave has kind of reminiscent Batman music and it's just like there's gonna be more
There's
of
the
that.
big map in the background with a picture of Joker.
Yeah, like it's just this shit's gonna be insane when like we get to like Lord of the Rings and you're gonna be like fighting on top of Helm's Deep or something, you know? Like
Okay, look, let's see some commitment. You got to work out how to make the Eye of Sauron into a character.
oh, I'd like that.
I think that's, and no, I'm not talking, because I already know that the fucking wastes of life that only know Lord of the Rings are going to try and like, I don't know, remember how a computer works to fucking tell me something. I'm not talking about when he was a human or a humanoid or some kind of fucking witch king
I'm
or
talking
whatever
about
the
the
shit.
actual
Yeah.
fucking eye on top of the tower.
Yeah.
That's it.
Like some kind of building with a fucking spotlight.
So it's a movable, but it can't be knocked off the level. But if you can't win within 2 minutes, you automatically lose.
Yeah, I'm getting like those Mugen character vibes where like what happens? Oh, this character doesn't have a health bar, doesn't have any actual animations. It's literally just a clip art of like a transformer from some fucking 70s anime. And in 5 seconds, the game just cuts to like the thing of the fucking robot, like an FMV of the robot forming and doing its laser attack, and then you've lost. And that's before we even get into the completely unfair bullshit that is Tom Hanks.
Oh man, Mugen's bad shit.
Does Warner Brothers own Tom Hanks? Yeah, but Mugen was ahead of its time. You know, Mugen was all this shit before this shit.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
no, definitely.
I mean, maybe
It's still
maybe
bad
fucking,
shit.
Yeah.
I think Warner Brothers owns Tom Hanks, or at least 3 parts of his soul.
They might be unlucky and have been stuck with Chet Hanks. They might have felt, it might have been one of those situations where they didn't buy Tom.
Unfortunately, they own Urza Miller.
Oh, yeah, shit, they do too. That's funny, because, like, I knew something like this was going to happen because he's a weirdo, but I didn't think it was going to be, like, him abducting, like, some, like, fucking underage girl.
You never do really, but then like
I really, because I just thought he was gonna go off a deep end and start some fucking,
I'm
weird.
Ezra Miller, the fastest man alive. Watch me outrun the police with this teen.
I know.
Zoom.
But like, because I figured what was gonna happen is he'd start doing streams that were just exclusively him trying to suck his own dick, and like just have a whole thing like a big diagram of how close he's getting and like stretch goals and stuff like that. Like that was what I'd assume.
Stretch goals are how you get it for the mouth.
I'd assume he'd do something that was unbelievably weird and gross, but like not technically evil, which would force that really awkward thing of like, okay, please fucking stop, even though you're not exactly hurting anybody.
Well, I guess we're not gonna get any more Flash for a while.
I feel like they're gonna have to add that to like Peacemaker's ending, where like he says to Aquaman, "You fuck fish." It's like, yeah, well, at least I don't abduct girls.
Was that Ezra Miller in the series?
Yeah, that was
Right,
it was
okay.
him and
Momoa.
yeah, old Momo,
I love Momo.
who seem to
Like-
have like enough of a sense of humor about themselves to do things like that.
This is like the difference is you've got John Cena and Jason Momoa who are like champions of the people who love doing what they love doing and are just genuinely seem to be nice people to be around.
John Cena eats the souls of Make-A-Wish children.
Yeah. And like you see John Cena on what's his face? Talk show host.
Which one? Daytime or nighttime?
I don't know. He's
Jimmy
got-
Kimmel.
No,
Jimmy Fallon.
Might be Fallon. See the one with like the sort of pinched Elmo face?
Yes.
Okay, Fallon. When him and Fallon had that thing where he had the competition like against each other, and like the prize that they put up was he'd given Peacemaker's helmet, and Fallon was like, John Cena gets to like give him a haircut however he wants. Cena lost, and he had to give him the helmet. He's like, oh, I'm not even supposed to have that. He's like, they make me carry around. They like carry it around in a briefcase with a guy like security just for the helmet.
Well, too bad, John. You lost. I mean, I don't know what to tell you.
That's what Jimmy like. He puts it on and he starts wearing it and running around. It's really funny.
Yeah. I don't know how you're going to explain this to James Gunn, John. I'm sorry.
I wish that was a thing.
Yeah.
I wish that he filmed them going
I'd
to
come up with
gun.
an idea, but the helmet appears to be blocking all thoughts.
All right, fucking, we'll see you and Uncle Shagworthy in your dreams tonight. Bye.
Keep It Classy is proudly sponsored completely by its fans. We thank you for your support.
It expanded somehow. I'll have you know.